everyone, welcome back to the channel and a welcome back to the beautiful Holme Fen. So, don't know actually if I'm following a path here or not, to be fair. Yeah, we'll soon find out. Oh, sorry, it's gone a bit dark. It's lovely and sunny today, but it's rather harsh light, to be honest with you. Now, back down here to do a little bit of woodland macro photography. I think I might need to seek help actually. I've got a severe addiction for it at the moment. No, to be fair, we've got quite a few woodland around here, which is why obviously I went and did my woodland photography project last year. But this year, obviously I wanted to do going coastal. That's kind of not on the back burner, but I will be doing some more of that soon, that's for sure. Now, I'm going to have a wander around and see if there's actually anything that I can find. And then we'll come back and have a chat further in a minute. Blimey, a random pine. Just getting attacked by that. I was too busy looking at the filming to realise I just walked into a tree. That's pretty awesome actually. If you look around, you've got this random pine out of nowhere, just absolutely surrounded by all these silver birches. How awesome. Another point as well. Do any of you lot just randomly wander around woods and end up getting lost? I don't seem to be following a path anymore. There was a path. Or I thought it was anyway. Oh, I might see one just down there. Well, we'll come back to the path in a minute. Let's just keep getting lost. Okay, so last time I came down here, if you watched my little, I won't call it a video, it was more like a little montage of images, because idiot here didn't plug his mic in right. I wanted to talk, following on from my trip to Thornic Bay, more about tripods, and in particular I wanted to talk about my tripod. So kind of a bit of a gear review, I suppose. Now the tripod that I've got, it's by the company Three-Legged Thing from their Punk range, and it's called Brian. So I always refer to my mate Brian. I wanted to actually just talk about this particular tripod. Now I have had it for 6 months. I bought it in their October sale, and I'm just going to switch hands because the sun's coming through from that side. Yeah, bought it in October. It's now the end of April. I bought it in the start of October, so I've actually had it over 6 months, to be fair. And I think I've had it adequate time and for long enough to actually talk about, there it is, to talk about it. So yeah, I'm going to go and try and hunt down an image rather than just filming B-roll and on-camera work. You know, it is a photography channel at the end of the day. Now, yeah, I was going to, or I came down here thinking that we might be a bit closer to spring 25th of April, I think it is. Yeah, 25th of April today. I was hoping to find some wildflowers, and there's quite a few, I believe they're ferns coming up through the ground, but no real flowers. Might just have to find some other cool. There's still loads of dead leaves on the floor. As I say, I'm mulching my way through a off the beaten path, as it were. So yeah, let's keep wandering, try and find an image, and we'll come back to talk about tripods. Okay, so a couple of images already in the bag. Let's go back to the tripod now. First of all, everyone loves a sexy pair of legs, and one thing that three-legged things do fantastically is they don't half make a cracking pair of beautiful legs. Now, what I mean by that, let's cut to the chase. Their colour schemes are absolutely fantastic. So what you'll see here is the detailing on things like these twist locks. They've got it in this lovely orangey copper colour, absolutely beautiful. They also do a blue version, and they've not long released, actually back in October, they released I think it's called the midnight version, where it's a jet black set of legs, none of that detailing at all. Looks absolutely fantastic. Aesthetics aside though, what you will notice about this is it does come in a 4-section. They are carbon fibre as well, so it is beautifully light. And these twist locks as well. Now, my old tripod did have twist locks, and I was not a fan at all. The one I had prior to that, the heavy aluminium tripod that I had, that had thumb locks, and I much preferred them. However, the problem is that it seems like most of the tripods nowadays are coming with these twist locks. Now, what I will say about Brian, or three-legged things in general, is that the twist locks are absolutely fantastic and have completely changed my opinion on twist locks. They're sturdy, they're really easy to use. As silly as it sounds, it's a twist lock, it's easy to use, but you just twist it nicely and it just feels sturdy, and that's what you want in a pair of tripod legs. Tripod, yeah, ignore me. What you want in a set of tripod legs is you want that sturdiness. As I say, 4 sections, carbon fibre, light as anything. Now, it is heavier than my old tripod. However, what I will say is one of the reasons why I upgraded to this tripod was height. The Manfrotto was actually quite compact. It didn't even reach the levels that this tripod can without the center console that I haven't got installed in it today. So yeah, so far so good. The legs, absolutely brilliant. We'll talk some more about Brian in a minute. I'm going to go see if I can find any more images before the sun actually sets this evening. Okay, so another image in the bag. It's one of those where I'm not sure how good it's going to look until I actually get it back on the computer. But we'll see. I'm going to venture over this way a bit actually, because I think I've headed back in the right direction finally. Sorry if it keeps going a bit dark. Obviously the sun's dipping in and out of the tree line. So anyway, back to my mate Brian. Now, another one of the things that I love about Brian is its centre column. Now, I know I haven't got it mounted at the moment, but three-legged things do this amazing thing where it's not only a standard centre column, you know, twist the lock, raise it up, but it's a double rise. So it also has an additional twist lock on there, and you extend it like a tripod leg. How fantastic is that? Now, it's a real advantage for people like me. When you're 6'4" and you need that height, again, one of the reasons I bought this tripod was for its height, and that is just a huge win for me. Now, if you cast your mind back to the video I did at Clumber Park in autumn last year, you will see there was one shot where I literally had the 5DS right up on the tripod. It was above my head. Wouldn't have got the shot if I didn't do that because of the shrubbery that's in the front that I needed to eliminate. Did that using the height of the tripod. Now, I have to admit, apologies about the train noise, I have to admit the one thing I will say about that is that centre columns aren't the most sturdy of things. Now, slight breeze and you've got your centre column fully extended, they start waving around. And do you know what? The three-legged thing, centre column, isn't much different to that, to be honest with you. But when it's as still as it is today, if I needed some height, I'd have no qualms about actually whipping it up and getting it above my head if it meant getting the shot. Train line's busy this evening. So yeah, fantastic. Now, to combine the last two elements that I've spoken about, so the centre column and also the legs, one thing three-legged things do is the legs, each one of these you can detach. Let me just see if I can do it single-handedly. Yep, there we go. Sorry, this isn't the most interesting bit of film work. There we go. Oh, I'll just put the rest of the tripod down. Et voila. Now, I'll screw that back in a minute. That means that I've always got a monopod with me. Fantastic. Not only does that convert into a monopod, but if you unscrew the little, I'm going to call it a nub, on the bottom of the centre console, remove the centre console, you can actually attach it to the leg to make an even bigger monopod. Again, that extra twist lock for the extra height. What geniuses designed that? Marvellous. Right, I'm going to have a look for one more image and then we'll come back to discuss one last thing with Brian, and that's the head. Okay, so you know me, just set up to take this picture of this moss on the tree. It did have some nice light a minute ago. Yeah, it's just darkened down. I've done something very acute with it as well. There is one strand of moss that's in my frame, and that's literally the only thing that's in focus. The rest of it is just a beautiful blur out. Fantastic macro shot. Anyway, the head, the ball head that comes with the tripod is the Airhead ball head. Now, what I will say as well, first of all, obviously it does continue with the colour scheme that runs through the rest of the tripod. You've got this beautiful coloured knob here and one at the front as well. And then you have got the trim here from the pan measure, guide, whatever you want to call it. Now, what I would say is that the tripod is absolutely fantastic. Arc Swiss mount, and yeah, the orange knob at the front does allow you to pan the head round, and obviously the black knob, I'm not going to do it at the moment, but that does obviously adjust the ball head. The friction on it is very good, and this last knob here is obviously for the Arc Swiss plate when you're mounting your camera. It's fantastic. There's not really much you can say about a ball head. It functions perfectly. I have no qualms with it at all. It mounts beautifully to the top of the legs as well when you're not mounting it on a center center column, sorry, it's not a car. Yeah, fantastic. And I'm just going to give a shout out as well. One thing I did buy when I also bought this tripod was the L bracket that's mounted to the bottom of my Sony. Again, they do that in that fantastic color range, and you can see that I have gone for that lovely burnt orangey copper colored one as well to match the rest of the setup as well. Fits like a dream into the camera, into the tripod. Fits beautifully on my camera as well, to be fair. Yeah, there's not really much else you can say about the ball head, to be honest with you. Functionality is fantastic, as I've said, you know, nigh on perfect. Yeah, and I'm very, very pleased with it. So, right, I think I'm going to crack on and yeah, head home, get some dinner. Okay, so trudging back now. Hopefully that picture of the moss came out all right and you guys have seen it now. But that's another train. Guy, you come down here for some peace and you get disturbed by trains all the time. No, I'm joking. It's fine. Don't bother me at all. They're very minimal. It's just as the gate's going down, you get that annoying bleeping. Oh, blimey, treat. Okay, summary then. Brian. Now, massive pros for this tripod. As I say, I'm so pleased that I purchased it. Oh, blimey, where have I come through? Oh, dear. Fight my way through. Yeah, so pleased. And to be honest with you, as much as I love all of the camera gear that I've bought, including the Sony, that was my last gear purchase other than mounts and stuff. I've just seen an absolutely beautiful shot, and did you hear that rustling? A deer has just belted out in front of me. Made me jump, I tell you. Sorry if the camera shook. There's an absolutely beautiful shot here. The light is hitting a tree fantastically. And because I didn't intend on actually doing any proper woodland photography rather than just macro stuff, didn't bring anything wider than the 105 macro. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, gear wise, I've not bought anything since I bought the Sony, other than a couple of adapters and stuff for my EF lenses to mount onto the E-mount Sony. Well, one I've bought, but we'll come back to that another day. So yeah, my Sony was my last purchase. I'm getting slightly concerned I'm going to stand on a deer in a minute. Everything's creaking and cracking. I'd say I just absolutely cacked my pants when it came running out at me. Or it didn't come out at me, but yeah. Sorry. Brian, let's get back to Brian and stop laughing at my terrible film work. Yeah, so to summarise, this has been an absolutely fantastic purchase. It's one of the things that I've been most happy with that I've bought recently. I say I love the Sony and everything that I've bought. Lenses, all my lenses, I love my lenses, but this bit of kit has been a real asset for my landscape photography. This is going to sound really silly. One of the big pros about it is its weight. One of the biggest cons about it is its weight. Now, the con is only when I'm comparing it to the Manfrotto, but size-wise, the Manfrotto was tiny compared to this. And obviously, you buy something bigger, it comes with additional weight. So, c'est la vie. It is what it is. But if it was an aluminium tripod as opposed to carbon fibre, it would be a lot heavier. One of the other cons as well that I have actually found with it is that the legs come loose every now and then. Not like they're going to fall off, but they just don't feel, don't know if it's going to do it now. No, not really. I've tightened them recently. They just become a bit floppy. Not that it affects how you mount your tripod, but just setting it up just becomes a bit more fiddly. Now, three-legged things have counteracted that. They send you a little tool out with your tripod that allows you just to tighten your legs. Fantastic. So, oh my days, that's another train. I'm gonna have a nightmare getting back. But yeah, so that's neither here nor there. It lives in my camera bag, so if I'm out and about and the legs become looser than I like them, some people might like them to just be nice and flexible and quick whip. For me, I like firm. I like it to really grasp it. So yeah, I like to tighten my legs up all the time, so it always lives in my camera bag. Takes up no room at all. It's an Allen key with a really nice carabiner bracket on it, actually. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure it is actually. That might have come with Ellie, the L bracket. But they did send a tool out with it, which is an Allen key anyway, by the way. You get something to tighten it with, but still beautiful. It also comes with a normal mounting plate as well. Sorry, I'm just going to walk into what appears to be like a ditch. You probably saw it at the start of the video. And again, up the other side. So yeah, I can't fault this tripod. Looks, use, everything about it is fantastic. Love it, absolutely love it. Now, one thing I will say before I sign off is that I'm not in any way associated to Three-Legged Thing. They haven't sponsored me or anything. This review isn't me, you know, pushing their gear when really it's actually not that good. This is my genuine opinion. Totally unsponsored and everything. I mean, if Three-Legged Thing want to get in touch and actually want to sponsor my videos, you know where to come. But other than that, yeah, no association, no affiliation to them at all, not a brand ambassador or anything like that. This is just purely my own opinion. So yeah, love it, absolutely love it. So yeah, go check them out. I'll pop a link in the description below to their website. They've often got deals on as well, so yeah, head over there, buy yourself a new tripod. You won't regret it. But anyway, I'm waffling now, so I'm going to sign out because I'm hungry as well. So obviously, if you liked the video, do drop some likes. Also, subscribe, hit that bell for notification of anything else that we release on the channel, so you are aware when we release stuff. Happy days. And yeah, this is Mike out for another day. Take care and be safe, everyone. Peace.